Hey there, and thanks so much for joining us for this special YSN Weekly Update. I'm Brandon Shope here on NHCS TV. Hope you had a wonderful Teachers Appreciation Week here in New Hanover County Schools. First, we begin with our top story. Child nutrition staff here at New Hanover County Schools is doing a fantastic job, amazing work each and every single day. And they recently hit a major milestone with 350,000 meals distributed. Here's the full story, where one parent says it's been a huge help for her family. Meals are being sent out all across New Hanover County to students, and child nutrition just passed a major milestone. To date, more than 350,000 meals have been distributed. Castle Hayne Cafeteria Manager Nancy Ward explains more.
Here at Castle Hayne, we serve anywhere from 430 to 470. Today we serve 471. So what a huge number that the county has done, providing meals for everyone. It's such an exciting part to be a part of that, serving meals to our kids, and especially when they come to the curbside and we get to see those little hands waving out the window, saying hey to us, and it encourages us to just keep doing what we're doing.
And parents say the meals are a big help.
It gives the kids more of a variety for lunch and breakfast, not just the same thing, because having extra mouths in the house, we kind of run out kind of quick. So the school lunch have helped a lot, and it's getting my toddler used to school lunch because he'll start school soon. So I like to let him try it, and it kind of gives them a feel of still being in school even though they can't be there right now.
We have some teachers that are picking up meals and sending it to some of our kids, and they just run to greet them. They're so happy to have a hot meal and to have something from school, that they're the food that they're familiar with, and it just kind of gives them a little smile. So I'm excited about that.
We wanted to let you know that right now over at NHCS.net, we've got a lot of great resources for you, including several bilingual links that are up there right now for social, emotional, and mental health resources. Those are very helpful, of course, all throughout the entire year, especially during this time of COVID-19. Once again, the resources are both in Spanish and English as well. NHCS.net right now for more information. We want to send a big thanks out to the Chick-fil-A over in Monkey Junction here in Wilmington. They wanted to provide a meal for the transportation staff here at NHCS. Earlier in the week, they arrived with biscuits, chicken minis, and fruit and tea for the transportation folks. Of course, as always, it was delicious, and we really appreciate Chick-fil-A showing the hardworking transportation staff a little love. Bellamy Elementary raised $2,300 in Bellamy's virtual food drive benefiting Nourish NC. It was an amazing event, all virtually of course, and we just want to say thanks to all of you here in the community who are donating and helping out in any way that you can. We greatly appreciate your support each and every single day. The Myrtle Grove Middle School PTSA, well, they got together with Principal Cindy Bliss and hand-delivered gift boxes to all 85 teachers' individual homes this year. The packages were donated, decorated, and assembled by parents of the middle school students on Friday, May 1st. Normally now, students would bring in notes and treats for their teachers throughout the entire Teacher Appreciation Week. However, because students will not return to the buildings for the remainder of this school year due to coronavirus, they had to rethink their approach to Teacher Appreciation Week. Now more than ever, Myrtle Grove staff says they believe teachers need to feel love, support, and thankfulness. Wanted to give a shout out and say congratulations to Tim Niven and NHCS TV's very own Olivia Santo of Wilmington Early College High School for placing second in UNCW's YEPEX competition Friday, May the 1st. The team won a trophy and $1,000, $1,000 right there for their for-profit product, the Safety Cam. Really proud of them. Hey there, it's Brandon Shope with NHCS TV. Joining me right now is Miss Bailey Lyons from UNCW. She's a senior over there, and she actually won a pretty cool award. Bailey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. All right, so tell me a little bit about this Teacher of the Year award that you won.
Yes. So I actually got called about, I think it was last Friday, Miss Wiseman from UNCW called me and she let me know that I won the NCACTE for UNCW award. So now I am the NCACTE nominee for North Carolina. So I'm really excited. So I'll be going in and doing the process of application for that. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will go great. And maybe I'll be North Carolina Student Teacher of the Year.
That is awesome. All right, so tell me a little bit about where you are teaching at right now as a student teacher.
Yes, I am teaching at Anderson Elementary School, and it is, oh my gosh, it is the best school in the world. I'm a kindergarten intern with Miss Wishart and Miss Paget, and they are absolutely amazing teachers. And Anderson Elementary School, I cannot tell you how amazing they are, and it's just awesome how they are.
Yes, they're a fantastic school. I love going out there any chance I get. Hey, tell me a little bit about what is your favorite part about teaching? So obviously, you know, you're new to it and you're looking to become a full-time teacher here soon. What inspires you to teach?
Oh my goodness, the students 100%. Walking in every day, when I get up in the morning, I'm so excited to go to school. I get there and I'm so excited for the bell to ring, to students, for them to come down the hallway with their smiling faces, ready for an awesome day. That just makes my day when I watch them come into the classroom, because I know that they're ready to have a fun day and that it's going to be amazing.
Yes, that is awesome. So now, you know, Bailey, tell me a little bit about, I guess, when it comes to this award, you know, in particular. So for folks at home that don't know exactly, you know, the specifics of the award, what you had to do to apply, talk to me a little bit about that.
So there are 178 interns at UNCW that are majoring in education. And actually, you don't have to apply. You are selected from a committee of teachers at Watson College of Education, and you're selected from supervisors and professors there. And I was selected, so it was awesome. I didn't even know about it until they called, and it was so exciting. I was so happy.
Yeah, no kidding. That is awesome. All right, Bailey, last question here for you. So tell me what's next for you. So you graduate here soon from UNC Wilmington. I actually went to UNCW, go Seahawks as well. So
Yes,
yeah. So just tell me a little bit about what is next for you. You know, do you hope to stay around the Wilmington area and teach, hopefully for New Hanover County schools, or are you looking to go somewhere else? What you thinking?
So we're either thinking about, I'm married, so my husband is going to be a state trooper. So it kind of depends on where he's going. So he might be in New Hanover County or Johnston County. And either one, I'm from Johnston County and I love New Hanover County. So right now I'm applying to both and hoping for good news. And I'm just so excited. I love New Hanover County, so that would be amazing to stay here. But if not, I'll be happy to go to Johnston County too. But those are my next steps. And I'm really hoping to be a kindergarten teacher, but I would be happy to be any grade because I love all students.
That is awesome, Bailey. Well, that's inspiring, and I appreciate, you know, everything you're doing for New Hanover County schools, and good luck, you know, at the next step in the competition as well.
Thank you so much.
Joining me right now is Scott McFarlane. He is a student. Hey there, Scott. He is a student at Myrtle Grove Middle School. And how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I went on a walk this morning and couldn't feel better.
Awesome. All right. Now, I heard you won a pretty big award. You got second place at the North Carolina History Competition. Tell me a little bit about that.
So the new it's National History Day, and basically it's a history competition for middle schoolers and high schoolers. The theme this year was breaking barriers, and so that's what I chose to do my person. I chose Mary Lou Williams, and I came across her while surfing the internet one day. I came across a video by Helen Song for NPR, and it was telling how Mary Lou Williams really invented swing, or helped develop swing and jazz for the piano. And that got me really interested on Mary Lou Williams. And then I found out about National History Day, and then I was like, you know what? It's perfect. She really went against all odds to, you know, become where she did.
That is excellent, man. So tell me a little bit about the process, you know, to get to the National History Day competition. I know that it was virtual, you know, it was all virtual this year because of the COVID-19 restrictions. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I did a website, which I felt was the best way to convey the information. So I built my website it was mainly in December towards January and February is when I was doing most of the editing. But my dad helped me with getting all the information and making sure I was signing things properly, and my mom helped some with the design. So yeah, they were very nice. And then I submitted it to the Cape Free Museum, Mrs. Pepper Hill, and she helped, get me into that competition as my school wasn't participating this year. And actually, a lot of my teachers, some of my social studies teachers helped, and also Miss Mock from my school, she helped me, get my sea legs in creating a website and helped me with some of that stuff.
Very cool, Scott. Very cool. All right, so tell me, how does it feel, knowing that you are the second place, at this competition, and where do you go from here? Is there a national competition, or what's next for you?
So I feel really good. Yeah, I'm very pleased with myself. But yes, as you said about the next steps, yes, there is a next place to go, and that is the national competition. I'm actually quite sad because, with COVID-19, usually for the national competition, you go to Washington, D.C., and you actually present it to hundreds and hundreds of educators and students from all 50 states. But, yeah, but still, I'm feeling very good.
Well, fantastic, man. Well, congratulations again. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Maybe something I forgot to ask, or maybe I just left it out?
Not really, but I just like to thank, my teachers, especially my social studies teachers, my history teachers, and then, like I said, Miss Mock, and also Miss Pepper Hill and Miss Karen Icock from the state levels. They really were very helpful in getting my project submitted.
Very cool, Scott. All right, man. Well, thanks again so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and good luck with everything else, okay?
Thank you.
Boo Scott!
We do this because this is the right way to live. This is the right thing to do. There is a problem out there, and we can be part of the solution. We can reduce the amount of compostable material that we're sending to the landfill. We're running out of space, and this is certainly something that anyone from 5 to 85 to 95 can contribute to the solution.
I don't know that there's a more important or more powerful program that ties together so many aspects of the natural, physical, spiritual world than what we're trying to accomplish.
Waste Free Wednesday is a product of conversations that we've had over the years. We know we've contributed a lot to the landfill, and especially during lunch hours. There are a lot of things that are recyclable that are going to the landfill. There's a lot of things that are compostable that are making its way to the landfill. So we've added Riley from Wilmington Compost Company to help us remove any of this compost from our site. And we've added Mr. Evan Folds to help with the educational piece.
What we did is just give it a name. And by doing that and setting up 3 trash bins for composting, recycling, and trash, we've went from 20 bags of trash to 2. Up to half of the waste that is contributed to a landfill is compostable. It's organic matter. So that's particularly important everywhere, but for here, we just spent $4 million expanding the landfill. We're going to run out of space in 30 to 50 years, depending on how fast we accumulate trash. The process itself is fairly simple, and I think that's really the power of it.
We have a bucket that we divert all liquids to, so we screen out the liquids into a 5-gallon bucket. Then we have a recycling container for all of our number 1s and number 2 plastics. And then we still have a landfill trash container to capture any of the side items that maybe get brought in from the outside. And then a compost receptacle. So a container capturing all of the food waste scraps. When the kids are finishing up their meals, the goal is hopefully at the table, they're able to recognize and identify the items on their tray, separate them to where they would go at the waste station, and then as they move to recess, they move through the waste station and dispose of all of their materials into the proper receptacles.
Every Wednesday, every child at Winter Park has a moment to consider where their waste is and the value of their waste, which doesn't exist unless you ask them to consider it. So I think that may be the most powerful piece of the program, is the fact that, it's not just, oh, I'm done, I'm gonna go put it in the trash can. It's, oh, I'm done, and now I have to think about where this waste is going. That can change the world.
And the goal is for them to be able to think about that at home too, and not just here in the community. And the more places, including schools, that we can have that offers the opportunity to sort their tray and sort their garbage, the better off we're all gonna be.
We've helped the cafeteria side transition some of their serviceware to compostable serviceware, so that way we can help shift away from polystyrene trays and plastic type service material.
We've deduced it cost about $50 more to do it on that day, to buy the materials necessary to replace the non-compostable. That's something that Winter Park was gracious enough to start with. It's not something that they can sustain, but the idea of engaging the Board of Education on their buying processes, I think, could bring that cost down if every school is buying it.
A lot of schools around the area, around New Hanover County and within our region, so not only New Hanover County, a lot of interest from Pender and Onslow.
That's ultimately what we're going for, is to allow every child the power of knowledge, of understanding how these things work and where they come from, and how to point it out when they see it. We spend so much time teaching kids that Isaac Newton sat under a tree and got hit in the head by the apple and pondered gravity, but we don't spend equal amounts of time considering how the apple got up there to begin with.
Which then leads us to the next aspect of our educational efforts, and that's really closing the loop and having the kids get their hands dirty in the soil. Being able to really apply those lessons we've taught them in the cafeteria and in the classroom as to why is composting beneficial.
Gardening has been proven to be one of the best cross-disciplinary actions that you can take. The idea of being able to grow a garden and do the biology and the chemistry and write a journal about it and do the math and make graphs out of it, just the ability to move back and forth between disciplines is a very, very real thing with gardens.
It's about connecting them to what their waste can produce and what it can regrow. That's where then the kids see that full circle.
Kids can't know unless what they're taught, right? And the fact that we're not allowing them this mindset is really a disconnect in regards to how we educate.
We're here to produce responsible, lifelong learners that contribute to their community, and I think this is what Waste Free Wednesday is, an opportunity for them to learn another avenue that they can go to in order to make themselves better and make the community better.
Thanks again for joining us for NHCS TV's weekly update. We hope that you'll follow us right now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube as well. You can watch online on our NHCS TV stream, and of course always on Spectrum Cable Channel 191 in Carolina Beach, and Channel 5 right here in Wilmington and Wrightsville Beach as well, right there on NHCS TV. Be safe out there, and we'll see you again next week. I'm Brandon Chope.